Okay, we're getting close to Halloween here, and although I've been smothering with the new Goosebumps content, I think it's time we talk about something else. How about we look at some more AI-generated Goosebumps books? I got these from an account called Fake Goosebumps. Go check them out on TikTok and Facebook. Okay, up first we have Little Sister is Sad. The tagline states, "Wake up, do you hear crying?" I don't really know what to think of this one. It's really creepy, actually. It's a soft kind of horror. Little Sister looks like a freak. I don't know if she's like some kind of mutant or some kind of experiment, but regardless, that is not a normal human. I think this is a sequel. This is a sequel to Strained Peas, but it became a full book, if that makes sense. Now, what Little Sister's sad about, I don't know, but my guess is the little sister gets upset and she constantly torments the older sister, who is our protagonist in this book. I don't love this art, and honestly, I'd probably give this like a 4 out of 10. If I owned it, I'd read it once and then it would hit the shelf forever. Next up, we have The Cabbage That Ate Brains. Tagline states, "Sometimes evil smells." And honestly, I love the art. I love the color for this. I would definitely read this. My guess is this is some kind of mutated vegetable, and essentially our protagonist hates eating vegetables, but his mom's like, "Nope, you're going to have to eat the cabbage here." But he's at the store and he notices the cabbage looks at him funny and whispers to him, and he only hears it, of course, because it's a Goosebumps book, and it's like, "I'm going to eat your brains." So he spends the entire book trying to not have his head chewed on by this cabbage that his mom buys and brings home. I'm going to give the art a 9 out of 10. I love this. I would enjoy reading it, and I wish it was real. Okay, next up is Fondue, and the tagline states, "Take a dip and die." Book's about a pair of kids who have a new stepmom. She's throwing a dinner party. She makes this really strange blue fondue. That's her cat's name. Try the blue fondue. Maybe the kids see her preparing it and they see her put poison or something, they break a glow stick and put it inside, something that would make it unedible. Then when she leaves the kitchen, they go and read the recipe, and it actually states fondue, not fondue. How the book would end, I'm not too sure. I'm guessing the kids would just probably knock it over and tell everyone not to eat it, but that's kind of anticlimactic. I like the art, I like the color scheme. I'd give this one a 7 out of 10. Fright House. This is a play on a lighthouse, and the tagline states, "Red sky at morning, sailors take warning." My guess is this one is like a small town has a haunted lighthouse, and every certain amount of months or years, the lighthouse kind of becomes sentient and essentially does terrible things. So somebody from town has to go and fight their way through the Fright House to make sure that the lighthouse starts working in time. If they don't turn it on, ships could crash, and our protagonist is just the lucky person who draws the number that has to go in there and face their fears and get to the top. This looks like it could be a Goosebumps book. I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. I'd read it. There's a Banshee in the casino. Okay, so the art's pretty cool. I don't mind the color scheme at all on this. Feels kind of unrealistic, as a casino scene is not something we would see in a Goosebumps book. Unless maybe it was a casino ran by vampires because there's no sunlight in there. But regardless, I don't even know how we could turn this into a book, but I feel like it could be done. Maybe kid's uncle owns a casino. He's staying with him for the weekend. He goes up to his office. He looks at the security cam. He sees one person kind of stands out who shouldn't be there. It's a Banshee. She's playing cards or she's playing blackjack. The kid sees it and he's like, "Oh no, Uncle, look." Uncle sees it and he's like, "Stop judging." But the Banshee looks up at the camera and makes eye contact with the kid through the camera. Where the plot goes from there, I don't know. I'm going to give this one a 7 out of 10. It's not bad. Snake Phone, and the tagline reads, "It's for you." Okay, like the color scheme for this one, definitely feeling the serpent theme. In this one, kid goes to a yard sale, he buys this really neat looking phone. It's got a snake for the telephone handle. What's crazy is when he plugs it up and takes it home, he gets a phone call on it, and he starts hearing snakes every time someone talks to him. Every time the phone rings, a snake slithers out of it. I don't really know where we go from here. It's a fun idea for Goosebumps, but it definitely needs more plot armor. I give this one a 6.5 out of 10. The Creature from the Rad Lagoon. The tagline states, "Hang Finn." This one feels like a Goosebumps book. The color, the picture, the tagline, the pun on the creature from the Black Lagoon. Yeah, this one 100% feels like it could have been real. New teacher moves to town. There's a local surf scene. It's Halloween. They're going to do a Halloween surfing contest where you go out in a costume and you do your best surf tricks in costume. People start hearing rumors that there's a new monster that goes out and surfs. People say it's only a costume. Our character thinks otherwise because they're a surfer and they saw it. It's the Creature from the Rad Lagoon. I like it a lot. I'm going to give this one a 9 out of 10, and I would definitely read it. Crab-a-lanche, and the tagline states, "Don't be shellfish, they can't all be zingers." Alright, we got a town, somewhere near the ocean. Let's say Chesapeake Bay, in Maryland, because, they're pretty known for seafood. Anyway, there's a rumor that once every certain blue moon or once a year, there's a special event where the waves rise up extremely high, and you can see crabs pouring out of them. It's a crab-a-lanche. Now, how our main protagonist gets involved with this or ends up there, I'm not really sure, but essentially the whole goal is they go to see it and then get caught in the middle of it. The art's kind of neat. I don't think it's amazing. I don't think it's terrible. I'd give it a 5 out of 10. This should probably just be a short story in one of the Goosebumps, give me more Goosebumps tales, but that's my opinion. The Ghoul Who Fell Down the Stairs. The tagline states that something went bump, 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 bump in the night. Ooh-wee, what a knee slapper. I like the art. I like the color scheme. Not really sure where or how the plot fits into this. Maybe somebody moves into a haunted house and there's a repetitive session where once a month a ghoul appears at the top of the stairs and falls down it. The protagonist is trying to find a way to essentially stop the loop from happening because it wakes him up and makes him nervous. I'm not really sure. It's a fun concept, but I don't really know where it would go as a story. I give it like a 5.5 out of 10. Probably also better off as a short story in another more tales book. Threatening Raccoons. And the tagline reads, cute, sly, deadly. I'm going to rip off Rick and Morty here. Essentially, kid makes a wish, throws a penny in a well, wishes he could talk to animals. He starts listening to animals' conversations. He overhears two raccoons talking about having like this whole world domination plot where they're slowly taking over countries and continents. Once the raccoons notice that the kid's making a face at them, they start talking to each other in their heads about that he can hear them. Then they start chasing him, and next thing you know, they know where he lives because he's a child and he runs home, and the raccoons are threatening because they've decided that he can't be around, he's too big of a threat to their empire. Don't know how you fix that plot hole without jumping dimensions, so maybe going and making another wish at the fountain. Either way, it's an interesting yet fun theme that could be quite silly. I'm going to give this one a 6.5 out of 10.